Did you know that Sigma females, like their male counterparts, are often likened to ninjas? Stealthy, elusive, and intriguing. Welcome to the enigma that is the Sigma female. Nestled somewhere between the commanding presence of the alpha and the supportive nature of the beta, Sigma females are a breed apart. They're a riddle wrapped in a mystery, inside an enigma, leaving everyone around them both intrigued and slightly baffled. They don't fit into the conventional social hierarchy, instead carving out a unique niche for themselves. Imagine the social structure as a playground. While the alphas are out leading the games and the betas are happily joining in, the Sigma is off to the side, absorbed in her own world. She doesn't need the validation of the playground's social order to know her worth. Sigma females are like rare gems, not because they are in short supply, but because they often go unnoticed, blending into the background while quietly observing and analyzing the world around them. They're the ones who prefer solitude over social gatherings, who value deep conversations over small talk, and who march to the beat of their own drum, unconcerned with societal norms and expectations. These women are often misunderstood. Seen as aloof or even antisocial, the truth is far from it. They're simply selective, choosing to invest their time and energy in the things and people that truly matter to them. They're self-sufficient, independent, and above all, fiercely authentic. They don't conform for the sake of fitting in. They stay true to themselves, even if it means standing alone. Sigma females are complex creatures, full of paradoxes. They're introverted yet confident, low-key yet impactful, independent yet deeply empathetic. They're not trying to be mysterious. It's just their nature to keep their cards close to their chest. They're the silent observers, the quiet influencers, the unsung heroes of our society. By the end of this video, you'll know the 8 bewildering quirks that make Sigma females so fascinating. So buckle up and prepare to delve into the captivating world of Sigma females. The journey may be a bit perplexing, but I promise you, it's one worth taking. First quirk on our list. Sigma females are the lone wolves of the social spectrum. Now, don't mistake this for isolation or an antisocial disposition. This is a choice, a preference that comes from the deep understanding Sigma females have of themselves. They are not afraid to walk alone, to chart their own path, to be their own compass. They thrive in solitude, harnessing its power to fuel their creativity, efficiency, and self-growth. It's their secret lab, their private sanctuary, where they concoct their master plans, solve complex problems, and even just unwind, basking in the tranquility it offers. Sigma females prefer this solitude because it allows them to work at their own pace, free from external influences or interruptions. They are self-reliant and independent, taking pride in their ability to handle tasks and solve problems on their own. They don't need a pack to thrive. They are the pack. In a world that often praises extroversion and social connectivity, Sigma females stand out with their preference for solitude. They don't shy away from social interactions. On the contrary, they can be quite charming and engaging when they choose to. But unlike others who may feel drained without social interaction, Sigma females recharge in solitude. They find strength in their alone time, using it to reflect, plan, and grow. Sigma females are like the majestic eagles, soaring high alone, not because they can't mingle, but because they choose not to. They value their individuality, their unique perspective, and their independence. It's not about being antisocial, it's about being pro-solitude. Their comfort in solitude doesn't mean they are lonely. It's a common misconception that people who enjoy being alone are lonely. For Sigma females, solitude isn't loneliness. It's a space for self-discovery, for introspection, a chance to dive deep into their thoughts and emotions without distractions. They enjoy their own company, the peace it brings, and the personal growth it facilitates. So the next time you see a Sigma female enjoying her solitude, remember this. To her, it's not a sign of loneliness. It's a testament to her strength, her independence, and her self-reliance. To Sigma females, solitude isn't loneliness. It's a powerful tool for self-discovery. Sigma females, the rebels at heart. Yes, you heard it right. Now, let's dive into the fascinating world of the Sigma female, the quintessential non-conformist. Defying societal norms and expectations is not just a choice for Sigma females, it's a way of life. They are the ones who follow their own path, unafraid to go against the grain. They are not rebels without a cause, but rebels with a purpose. They defy not for the sake of defiance, but because they believe in the power of individuality and authenticity. In a world where many are quick to follow the trend, Sigma females quietly set their own. They don't conform to societal norms just because that's how it's always been. They question, they explore, and they forge their own path. And that's what makes them stand out in a crowd, even though they'd rather blend in. Now you might wonder, is it easy being a non-conformist? The answer is a resounding no. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe in, especially when it goes against the norm. But Sigma females, with their quiet strength and fierce independence, are more than up to the task. They are not afraid of being different, and they embrace their uniqueness with open arms. And it's not just about being different for the sake of being different. Sigma females have a deep-seated belief in the value of individuality. They understand that everyone has their own path to walk, their own journey to embark on. They respect that, and they expect the same in return. Their non-conformity is also not about isolating themselves from the world. Rather, it's about creating a world that respects and values diversity, a world where everyone is free to be themselves. When you look at a Sigma female, you see someone who is unapologetically herself. She doesn't seek validation from the crowd, nor does she feel the need to fit into a mold. She is her own person, with her own beliefs and her own way of doing things. In a world full of followers, Sigma females dare to be different. They are the non-conformists, the ones who dare to defy and dare to be themselves. And that, dear listeners, is the beauty of being a Sigma female. Ever met someone who just gets it? Chances are you've met a Sigma female. These women are often intuitively brilliant, with a knack for understanding things on a deeper level that leaves many in awe. The intuitive genius of Sigma females is a truly unique quirk. It's like they have a sixth sense, a sort of inner compass that guides them through life's complexities. They have a way of seeing through the surface of things, penetrating the superficial layers and grasping the essence of matters. It's not about having a high IQ or being a whiz in quantum physics. No, it's about having a profound understanding of life, people, situations, and everything in between. They have an uncanny ability to read between the lines, to sense the unspoken, and to perceive what's not apparent to the naked eye. You'd be amazed at how they can pick up on the subtlest of cues, the slightest of shifts in the atmosphere, the most delicate changes in someone's mood. And they do this all with an effortless grace, as if they were born with this extraordinary ability. But this intuitive prowess isn't just about understanding others or the world around them. It's equally about understanding themselves. Sigma females have a deep sense of self-awareness. They know their strengths, their weaknesses, their desires, their fears. They don't shy away from their flaws. Instead, they embrace them, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones to personal growth. This intuitive genius isn't something they flaunt or use to show off. They don't use it to manipulate or control. Rather, it's a tool they use for navigating the world, for making informed decisions, for connecting with others on a meaningful level, for leading a fulfilling and purposeful life. So, if you find yourself in the company of a Sigma female, don't be surprised if she seems to understand you better than you understand yourself. Don't be taken aback if she seems to know things without you having to say a word. It's just her intuitive genius at work, making sense of the world in ways that many of us can only dream of. For Sigma females, intuition is their secret weapon. Leadership isn't always loud and assertive. Sometimes it's quiet and unassuming, just like a Sigma female. Welcome to Quirk 4, the unassuming leader. Now, when we think of leaders, we often picture charismatic, extroverted individuals who command attention and respect, right? Well, Sigma females turn this stereotype on its head. They're not the type to seek power for the sake of power. No, they lead in a unique, unassuming way that's far removed from the spotlight. Imagine a leader who doesn't crave the limelight, but earns respect through wisdom and action. That's a Sigma female. They don't need to shout to be heard. Their actions speak louder than words. They lead by example, and people naturally follow. It's not about control for them. It's about guidance. They're the quiet force behind the scenes, the ones who see the bigger picture and guide others towards it. They're not interested in ego trips or power plays. They focus on the task at hand and how to achieve it effectively. The respect they garner isn't forced or demanded, it's earned. And that's what makes their leadership style so powerful. Their vision and wisdom are respected, and they are often sought after for advice. People trust them because they are genuine and straightforward. They don't play games or manipulate. They're honest and direct, which is a breath of fresh air in today's world. That's not to say they're pushovers, though. Sigma females are strong, resilient, and they stand their ground. If they believe in something, they'll fight for it despite any opposition. They may be quiet, but they are mighty. They're the ones who stand up for what's right, even when it's unpopular. They're the ones who push boundaries and challenge the status quo. They're the ones who lead without seeking recognition or gratitude. They lead because they believe in something greater than themselves. So, next time you think of a leader, don't just picture the loud, assertive types. Remember the Sigma females, the quiet, unassuming leaders who redefine what it means to lead. They prove that you don't need to be loud to be heard, and you don't need to be in the spotlight to make a difference. Sigma females redefine what it means to be a leader. Ever tried deciphering the Mona Lisa's smile? That's what getting a read on a Sigma female's emotions is like. Let's dive into the emotional complexity of Sigma females. These unique individuals are akin to an intricately woven tapestry of emotions, where each thread signifies a different feeling, and each color represents a different state of mind. Yet they have a fascinating knack for keeping their emotions close to their chest, making them difficult to read. Imagine trying to solve a Rubik's Cube in the dark. That's how it feels to understand the emotional state of a Sigma woman. They are masters of concealing their feelings, not because they fear vulnerability, but because they value their personal space and inner peace. They choose who gets to see their authentic emotions, making their emotional landscape a sacred space only a few are allowed to explore. This doesn't mean they're cold or emotionless. Quite the contrary. Sigma females are capable of experiencing deep and intense emotions, but they prefer to process these emotions internally in their own time and space. They don't wear their hearts on their sleeves, but rather keep it safeguarded in a fortress of solitude and introspection. Their emotional complexity can often be mistaken for aloofness or indifference. However, it's essential to remember that their emotional depth is like an iceberg. What you see on the surface is just a fraction of what lies beneath. Sigma females are like emotional sphinxes. They carry an air of intrigue and mystery, making them all the more captivating. They are not puzzles to be solved or codes to be cracked, but rather individuals to be respected and understood. Their emotional resilience and composure are admirable, and they're often the calm amidst the storm. Their ability to navigate their emotional landscape with grace and poise is a testament to their strength and resilience. In conclusion, the emotional complexity of Sigma females isn't a barrier, but a unique facet of their personality that sets them apart. They are not ones to lay bare their feelings for the world to see, but choose to express them in their own time, in their own way, and to those they trust. Sigma females are emotional sphinxes, intriguing and mysterious. Independence isn't just a state of being for Sigma females, it's a state of mind. Now, let's dive into the sixth quirk on our list, the independent spirit. Sigma females are fiercely independent. They are the masters of their own destiny, the captains of their own ship, if you will. They value their freedom and prefer to rely on themselves rather than leaning on others. This isn't an indication of arrogance or an antisocial tendency, but rather a testament to their self-reliance. Their independence is woven into the very fabric of their character. They are not afraid to walk alone, to carve their own path, to dance to their own tune. It's not a rebel yell, it's simply an inherent part of their nature. Why is this, you ask? Well, Sigma females are independent because they trust their own judgment. They know they can rely on their own abilities, their own intuition, their own resilience. They have confidence in their abilities to navigate any obstacle that comes their way. They trust themselves to make the right decisions, to choose the right path, to face the world on their own terms. But it's not all about solitude. Sigma females also value their independence because it allows them the freedom to explore, to learn, to grow. They are not bound by the expectations of others. They are not tethered to societal norms. They are free to chase their dreams, to pursue their passions, to follow their heart. Yet, it's important to remember that Sigma females are not islands. They understand the importance of relationships, of community, of connection. They just prefer to enter these spaces on their own terms, at their own pace, with their own boundaries. In essence, Sigma females are fiercely independent, yet they are also deeply connected. They are self-reliant, yet they value meaningful relationships. They are free spirits, yet they are grounded in their values. They are a beautiful paradox, a captivating enigma, a force to be reckoned with. Sigma females are the embodiment of independence. They are proof that independence is not about isolation, but about self-reliance, about freedom, about trust in oneself. While others are busy talking, Sigma females are busy observing. Now, this isn't to say that Sigma females are silent because they have nothing to say. Quite the contrary. Their minds are always buzzing with thoughts, ideas, and insights. But instead of rushing to share these, they prefer to stay quiet, to listen, to observe. They have mastered the art of being the silent observer, the one on the periphery, taking in all the details that others may overlook. They believe in learning through observation, absorbing information from their surroundings like a sponge. This doesn't mean they're passive participants. Oh no, their silence is active, engaged. It's in their quiet observation where they formulate their understanding, their opinions, their strategies. They know that there's a time to speak and a time to observe, and they are comfortable in both. So, remember, when a Sigma female is quiet, she's not just being silent. She's observing, she's learning, she's participating. Sigma females prove that observation is a form of participation too. In a world trying to make them fit in, Sigma females stand out, unapologetically. They are the epitome of authenticity, unafraid to be their true selves, no matter the situation. They don't just march to the beat of their own drum, they create the music themselves. This unapologetic authenticity can seem bewildering to some. In a society that often values conformity, a Sigma female's refusal to fit neatly into predefined boxes can seem like a rebellion. But it's not about rebellion for rebellion's sake. It's about staying true to who they are, never compromising their values and principles. Sigma females are not swayed by external pressures or societal expectations. They are comfortable in their own skin, and they own their individuality. They understand that everyone is unique, and rather than trying to blend in, they celebrate their uniqueness. Sigma females embrace their unique selves, and that's their greatest strength. So what makes a Sigma female tick? Let's recap the mystifying quirks that set them apart. First, the lone wolf. Sigma females are comfortable in their solitude, often preferring their own company. Second, the nonconformist. They don't follow societal norms, instead they carve their own path. Next, the intuitive genius. They possess an uncanny ability to read situations and people with remarkable accuracy. Fourth, the unassuming leader. They lead by example, not by force. Fifth, the emotional sphinx. Their emotions run deep, but they rarely show it on the surface. Moving on, the independent spirit. They are self-reliant, often choosing to rely on their own capabilities. Seventh, the silent observer. They are excellent listeners and observers, always analyzing their surroundings. Lastly, the unapologetic authenticity. They are true to themselves, never pretending to be someone they're not. Sigma females, with their intriguing quirks, are truly a breed apart. They are the lone wolves, the nonconformists, the intuitive geniuses, the unassuming leaders, the emotional sphinxes, the independent spirits, the silent observers, and the unapologetically authentic. Here's to the Sigma females, the fascinating enigmas of our social world.